Here on the Transparent FX Academy, every day I give you my best market breakdowns, showing you how you can be looking to analyze the market both from a technical and in order flow perspective to identify the best trading opportunities in the forex market. So without further ado, let's jump straight to the charts and see which is today's forex pair. In today's video, I'm going to speak about USDCHF. Now, why do I want to speak about USDCHF? Because at the moment, we do have very interesting price action and structure on it. So as usual, what I will be doing is providing a complete top-down analysis, starting from the higher time frames, going down on the lower ones. We will also check what we have from a COT perspective, so commitment of traders, which is basically what the non-commercials and the biggest speculators in the market are doing. And by the end of the video, by using a combination of these two different types of analysis, we will try to understand where we have the highest probabilities for a potential move here on the pair. Now, starting from the monthly time frame, what we can see is that the market at the moment has just started creating this monthly inverted head and shoulders. In fact, we can see how we got a massive impulse to the upside followed by this correction. And generally speaking, after an impulse, if you want to measure the correction, you have to take your Fibonacci from the low to the high of the impulse. And if we do that, we can see how we have been testing the Fibonacci levels one by one. First, the market tested at 0.618, then the market broke above it, went for the retest of the 50%. Currently, we are around at 0.382, and we can expect from here to see more continuation to the upside. So here in the monthly, everything seems quite bullish. However, we have to go down also on the weekly and daily time frames and also check what we have from a COT perspective. So let's keep going with the analysis. Here on the weekly time frame, what do we see? Now on the weekly, first of all, we can see how the market has just provided this massive move to the upside, completing this big M formation that the market had created. Now, after the creation of an M pattern, generally speaking, you expect the market to provide a move to the upside to complete the pattern at the previous support, turn resistance. And in fact, I spoke about USDCHF when the market was around this area, explaining all the reasons for which we wanted to see the market provide this move to the upside. And that is what the market just provided here. And in creating this move to the upside, we have also seen a massive impulse and correction. And once again, as we did on the monthly, after an impulse, we have to measure the correction. So if we measure the correction by taking our Fibonacci from the low to the high, we can see here how the market has been testing the 0.382 of the Fibonacci taken on this weekly impulse, which is a quite strong support zone from which we do expect the market to provide a rejection to the upside, possibly even for the creation of a higher high. Just a quick thing, make sure that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and also let me know in the comments the topic for the next video that you will like. Going down on the daily time frame, what do we see? Now, here on the daily time frame, I have spoken about USDCHF a couple of days ago. We spoke about it after the creation of this M pattern when the market was here. I made a full breakdown explaining all the reasons for which we wanted to see this move to the upside to complete the pattern at this previous support turned resistance. And in fact, that is exactly what the market provided, is basically what you expect usually in these specific situations. And by the way, I will link in the description this previous analysis so you can go and check it out for the reference and more free education. Now here in the daily, we can see how after completing this M pattern and providing this rejection to the downside, the market has failed in continuing lower and has basically printed this rejection wick. And currently the market is trying to break above the previous neckline of this M pattern. So currently what we're testing here is previous support, which was support here, turn resistance here, and again here. Now, since on the monthly and weekly we can expect overall more continuation to the upside, it would be great to see the market successfully break above this resistance, because at the moment we really don't have good probabilities nor good risk to reward until the market will remain trapped in between this support and a resistance here, because basically at the moment we are inside of this range. Now, the best probabilities in the market usually come when all the directional time frames are showing the same direction. And obviously, when I speak about directional time frames, I'm speaking about monthly, weekly, and daily. And in this case, since monthly and weekly are bullish, all time frames would be aligning if the market will successfully manage to break above this resistance. So if the market will manage to break above this resistance, this previous resistance will be turned support. So on the retest of this previous resistance turned support inside of here, this is where we have quite interesting a structure for a potential setup. Now, if we go and see what we have from a COT perspective, so commitment of traders, which is basically what the non-commercials and the biggest speculators in the market are doing, we can see how lately net positions for the CHF have been decreasing. We went from having 13.5k net positions down to having 7.1k net positions, with the last report showing 1.8k shorts getting opened and 1.1k longs getting closed. Now, since the CHF is getting weaker, USDCHF should be getting stronger, meaning that we have the possibility of potentially breaking above this resistance. But anyway, even if the market will first remain inside of this zone a little bit more and then break above, the same situation applies. So when and if the market will successfully break above this resistance after a break on the retest, this is where we're interested in USDCHF with students. And inside of here, the way in which we will be approaching the setup is as usual being reactive and not predictive. On the retest, we will be monitoring price action with students from a 4-hour perspective and lower, so intraday perspective, waiting for the market to shift from an intraday bearish market as we will have to an intraday bullish market. And only if the market will shift from an intraday bearish to an intraday bullish market, only at that point, we will be adding USDCHF to our watch list. And as soon as the market will provide to us one of our valid entries, we will be taking a nice long with a good risk to reward and good probabilities at that point for the move to the upside and for the market to complete this impulse correction and impulse pattern to the upside and for the market to provide and create a higher high. If you enjoyed the video, make sure that you smash that like and comment below. It really does support the creation of more free analysis, education, and updates for all of you. You can also go and check out the mentorship program. The link is in the description. It's a very complete program. First, you learn all the rules of my rule-based strategies. Then you trade the strategies with me. Every day you get the new daily market breakdown showing you how to apply the strategies with the entry stops and take profits. And you can also ask questions and get the answer the same day with the Q&A session. So it's a very complete program. I really suggest that you go and check it out. The link is in the description, and I will see you in my next video.